So guys, welcome back. As we saw, our next treatment method was gas treatment method. So here it's also called pallet system, and we will see, by using nitrogen how this pallet system is working. So you can see this type of system is connected to this in the ballast. We have this ballast tank. So we are not using any filtration or chemicals or UV radiation, and from the ballast tanks you have this different, the water is passing through this, you can see this uh, plates, and in these plates the nitrogen is passed into the ballast water system as we saw, and it kills the microorganism through pasteurization and deoxygenation. So inert gas or nitrogen is passed into the system, and there is no oxygen, so microorganisms, they need oxygen to live, and because of lack of oxygen, the microorganisms are also killed and the tanks are also maintained. And there is also less corrosion in the tanks and pipelines because of less oxygen, because corrosion needs oxygen, the ferrous oxide or ferric oxide is developed. And because of that, because we are using the power from the generators or inert gas, like we are using in from the inert gas generator or from the system, so the power cost is also very less. So you can see this type of mesh plates are developed in the workshop manufacturing units, and these are the plates which are used to generate the fine quality of nitrogen and filter the ballast water in the system. And very easy system to maintain and put onto the ships. So guys, stay tuned, and next video we will see about the magnetic and chemical ballast water treatment systems. So guys, welcome back. Now we are going to start with our third chemical type ballast water treatment system. So as you can see in this lineup, same the ballast water is entering from the sea through the pump, and then first it is filtered, and then we have this chemical treatment system, where of course for putting the chemical we have a chemical tank, and we have a chemical injector, and then we have the tubes which has a Venturi shape and Venturi effect that we will see in detail. And then to control the injection of the chemicals, we have a residual chlorine meter and the flow meter. And after treatment, the ballast is going back to the ballast tanks, and for discharge also we have a similar line. So let's see the system in detail. So first let's see this
Operation is
chemical
simple
injection
and
chamber.
does not.
So this is our chemical injection chamber,
Not
where the
place an
chemical
extra
injection
burden on the
is
crew.
controlled by this residual oxygen. And then, as we know, the
Safe.
requirement
A
of
safe
the
system
ballast water
using
system
common
is to be
chemicals.
safe. So we are using the
Safety
safe
is not a
hydroxide
problem
bleach,
with JFE Ballast
which is
Ace.
used in swimming pools,
The disinfectant
and
sodium
it is
hypochlorite
treated
is a
with
widely used
sodium
general-purpose
sulfide
chemical with proven safety.
reduce its harmful effects.
The residual
So there is
chlorine
no
is completely
problem to
decomposed
the marine
by a
environment
reducing
and
agent
organisms.
and has no effect
So
on the
because of
natural
reducing agent,
environment.
so it is safe. Let's see how it works. So we have this filter, and then the injector, and then the Venturi effect
And Venturi
and
components.
so the ballast water is coming through the ballast line, and then first it will get filtered in this filter, where most of the microns and microorganisms are removed, and then the filter is you can see planktons of all larger than 50 microns are removed, and then the filter, whatever microns or organisms are collected here, they are back flushed, and then with the organisms are flushed to the sea. Then the seawater passes to the venturi, and in this venturi system the chemicals are injected, like we saw the sodium hydroxide, and inside this, because of this venturi shape, the ballast water is sterilized and uniformly mixed with this sodium hydroxide chemicals. And also we have there's one more system, hydrocyclone. We have the movement of water in the cycloning method, which mixes the chemical very well and treats the microorganisms. So that hydrocyclone and chemical methods is combination method is used in this system. So it's a very simple and distinct method. And after the treatment, the ballast water goes into the tank. And because it's a chemical treatment, so we don't need retreatment, and ballast can be pumped out directly. So guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video on the magnetic treatment of the ballast water. So guys, welcome back. Now we will see about the magnetic separation and flocculation method of ballast water treatment system. So this one is from Hitachi, and it quickly removes all the suspended solids and matter from the water. So we can see it can remove all our algae and planktons, phosphorus also, and it can be used anywhere. Even our oily water and sand treatment is also done in this. So you can see here it is so efficient that this green colored looking water after filtration changes into so crystal clear water. So let's see the process. So this is the process. You can see this is our raw water. It's the first part. And then we do flocculation or coagulation. That is a mix. This is the magnetic material, and it is churned. The water is churned inside this, and there is a magnetic powder which is entered in this. And because of the churning, the magnetic powder is thoroughly mixed, and then in the next chambers it starts removing this magnetic powder. You can see is attracting all the microbes and microorganisms, and the microbes and microorganisms getting attached. So the how it works is that this magnetic powder, it increases the size of the microbes by attracting them together. So this is the powder is chosen which attracts all the microbes together, and they form big particles. And after forming the big particles, when they are passed through a separator, they are easily separated. And you can see they are separated through this magnet, and this magnet attracts this magnetic powder, and with that all the microbes are attracted. And finally you get this very clean water. That's what we require. So flocculation process is two types of coagulant and magnetic powder are mixed into raw water and agitated and agitated like this, like mixed to generate small magnetic clumps, that is flocks. So flocks is clumps or combining of the microbes with this magnetic powder, and that is the flocculation process, and it contains some suspended solids and other matter. Then we have the next process is the magnetic separation. So we have mixed this magnetic powder and made a big size of this microbes, and then they will be separated through this magnet. So because of the flocks are magnetized, they are quickly separated and collected from the water by a separation system that employs a permanent magnet. This is a very simple and very cost effective, environment friendly and simple method, and safe. So now let's see this process. This is our coagulation tank where the churning is taking place. So the water is entering with the microbes, and we are adding the magnetic powder, and it is getting churned, and you can see all the microbes, they are attracting and becoming big particles, and then entering the next chamber, coagulant B. The next powder is also again added to make them more bigger solid particles, and then they finally enter our magnetic filter, which is a magnetite. And you can see this permanent magnet is all the organisms are getting attracted and then uh, pumped out us to the sea, and the clean water is entering in the ballast tank. So we have to keep in mind that there is some retention time for water in some places. Like in the first chamber, it is 30 seconds. Then second chamber, it is 2 minutes, where the most of the flocculation or combining of microbes takes place. And then filtration is only 10 seconds. So it's a very high quality, stable treatment and compact design method, and very safe. So guys, stay tuned for further videos and see you soon.